Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of nervous. I don't know why.
Okay.
How do I start off?
What?
How do I start off?
You just be like, for my first interview or whatever, I wanted to choose, you know, in my fiance who's been through a lot or like whatever, like who's lost two close people in his life. Um, I'm currently deployed. That's why we're doing this via Zoom. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Hey everybody. So for Death These Days, what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to be interviewing some people so they can tell us how death has affected them in their lives. And so for my first interview, I decided to talk to somebody who I'm very close with, my fiance, Yuri. Also, side note, this topic is very difficult for him to talk about. So I just want to say a huge thank you to you, babe, for doing this. I really appreciate it. He's been through 2 deaths in his life, which is part of the reason why it's difficult for him. But today we'll go ahead and discuss the most recent death that he's had in his life. And I'll go ahead and I'll just ask about that recent death, babe.
Yeah, it was my sister 5 years ago. Well, yeah, about 5, 6 years ago. She passed away from breast cancer.
Was she sick for a while?
She was a trooper. She was sick for a while. But she fought, never let anyone think she was in pain. And yeah.
Can you tell me about her? Like, what did she like to do?
Um
Like, what kind of
she
person
was
was
she was a pleaser.
she was what?
She was a crowd pleaser. Everybody loved her. Um she was just a good person, very outgoing, um loving, caring, great mother. She had tons of friends. She's a good person overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually when she passed away. Actually, the funeral director came to me and said that this was the biggest funeral they ever had there. People were lined up. I mean, outside the doors. So, I mean, she had a lot of impact on people's lives.
Do you think that's what she wanted? A big funeral with everybody who cared and loved about her there?
Um, I don't know. Yes or no? Yes and no. I think she loved the fact that she made a difference, but I think she hated the fact that people had to take time out of their day to do this. Um, she was very selfless,
Did
and
you
I
go ahead?
not to.
Did you and her ever talk about what she would want her funeral to be like?
No, we did not. Um, I don't think she ever wanted me to be upset about it. I don't think so. Yeah, we never actually spoke about it. She never were to acknowledge that she was going to pass.
Do you think it was just with you because it was so difficult for you? Do you think she had these conversations with somebody else?
Maybe. I think she knew that it would be very traumatic for me after our mother passed away. Um, but no, she never wanted me to feel sad.
Do you think it would have been easier for you if you and her talked about it?
It would
Easier
have been weird. You think? Did you ask if it would be weird?
if it would be easier for you to be, I guess, coping with things now.
No, it would not. Um, whether we talked about it or not, I don't think it would have made a difference. I think it was she knowing that it was my second female in my life passing. So I don't think so.
Can you tell me how she died? Was she in the hospital? Was she at home? Can you describe that day?
She was at home. Um, I get a phone call from my dad that told me that I need to go and drive to her house right after work and be with her, and then take her kids to my house, spend the night because she's gonna go. And yeah, I got over there and I told everyone to leave the room because I wanted to be alone with her. I don't remember what we discussed, but yeah, we talked, and then I took our kids, and we were driving home when my dad came to call me and told me she was gone.
Do you need a second, babe? Do you want to stop?
It's fine.
So I'm guessing that she had planned to do this at home rather than in a hospital.
I think so. I think her and her husband had a plan. I was not part of it. I I think she just knew how to handle it, so she didn't want to include me in it, and that's fine. Um, but yeah, she wanted to go at home. She loved her house. It was a custom home built by her, so she loved that place.
Do you know if she had hospice or palliative care there, or was anybody there to help?
I think she had hospice. I think they, eased her way out. Again, I have no clue. I was not part of any of those discussions, and I'm sure she knew I did. I don't want to be part of those discussions.
Of course, I know she would rather have stayed longer, but do you think, given that she didn't have a choice, she's happy that she went how she did at home peacefully?
Yeah, absolutely. She said hi. She said bye to her two kids, and she said she had everyone. I mean, her house was packed that night. So many people. Um, I think it happened the way she wanted to, 100%. Um, I don't think she wanted to be kept alive longer, and I think she put up a huge fight after 4 years. Yeah, she was done fighting.
Do you think she probably wouldn't have wanted to get CPR then and
No,
a lot of
no,
machines and that support?
no, no. No, that's not her. That's not her. She was a badass. That's not her. No, no. She was good.
Do you think it was just important for her to be alive and actually have a quality of life with her loved ones?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can't imagine my sister wanting to be alive and unable to speak or talk, communicate. That's not her. That she loved life, and if she couldn't have it her way, she wouldn't want it any other way.
Would you have chosen differently for her if you could have?
No, no, absolutely not. No, no, that's not what she would have wanted. No, she was ready. She about 4 years. She was done. No, it would be. I couldn't imagine keeping her alive because of me or myself. No, no.
Have you ever thought about the fact that she was able to go peacefully at home and um, that there's always, if she hadn't planned things out, that it could have turned out very differently in the hospital and traumatic and long and more extended?
I think she would have hated it if she was in the hospital. I think she would have been angry. I think she was very. My sister was very on her terms. Um, she did what she had to, um, and I think she would have been angry at anyone that would have kept her alive because I think she was tired of fighting. I think she was done. So I think it was perfect the way it worked out.
Yeah, I know this is beyond difficult for you, but is there a part of you that's thankful that she was able to die like that rather than another way, that she was able to die at home with around her family and how she
Oh,
wanted?
I it worked out absolutely perfect. I wanted it worked out exactly what she, at home with that home that she built. Saying goodbye to her kids, all her friends were there, her family was there. Yeah, that's the way she wanted to go.
Would you have done anything differently
So,
about that situation? Like in terms of, do you wish you discussed anything with her, told her anything? Do you wish you could tell her anything now that you didn't?
no, I told her everything I wanted her to tell her. I told her when I was alone in the room with her. I told her that she can stop fighting. Just she's fought a long fight.
I'm sorry, babe.
No, I told her she didn't need to fight anymore. It was time. It's fine.
All right, thank you, babe. I'm sorry this was so hard for you.